Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome to my channel, Fertility, Hope, and Healing. So happy New Year everybody. It is now 2020, it is January 2020, and I bet a lot of you have set a goal to get pregnant this year. And so today I really wanted to go over a video with you on how you can manifest and achieve your pregnancy in 2020. And basically what this video is going to do is going to go over ways that you can first and foremost prepare for pregnancy. Even if you've been trying for a while, it's really important to kind of listen to these things because you may have not checked all these boxes already, and you want to make sure that that is a good thing that you can do ahead of time before you start trying to get pregnant, or even if you've been trying for a while. The other thing I'm going to go over are success things that my patients have done and implemented that has helped them to get pregnant really quickly. Some of them, typically it can take an average of about 3 to 6 months for someone to get pregnant who is in a healthy state, but it really depends on your age. I'm going to go over that, what that will look like. And the third thing I'm going to go over is tips and tricks that can help you get pregnant quickly. I actually did an entire video on this. I've done several videos actually on this, but I'm just going to go over a little synopsis of that. But I will leave a lot of information in the description box below. If you love to join our community, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, give it a thumbs up, because that helps this video in the algorithm to be able to be seen. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below, or just introduce yourself and let us know what your goals are this year and in trying to get pregnant, okay? So first and foremost, I wanted to go over like what to expect when you are trying to get pregnant. How long does it typically take for you to get pregnant? So as I mentioned before, typically it's between 3 to 6 months, sometimes up to a year, sometimes up to 2 years, and that depends upon your age, your health, the egg quality you have, so on and so forth. So for instance, if you're in your 20s, 3 to 6 months is very much, sometimes 9 months is very much doable, okay? But again, it depends on your health and your well-being, the egg quality, if you're ovulating every single month, so on and so forth, okay? But by the time, and then you have about anywhere from a 20 to 40% chance of getting pregnant every single month, okay? And again, everyone's percentage rate's different, but this is just average, all right? By the time you turn 30, that goes down to 20 to 30%, sometimes 15% chance every single month. So anywhere from 15 to 30% chance. By the time that you're 35, it goes down significantly to less than 20% chance. And by the time you are turned 42 or in your 40s, it goes down to a less than 5 or 10% chance, okay? After 42, it's a 5% chance every single month. So timelines will vary. Like I said, in your 20s, 3 to 9 months is very much average, sometimes even sooner. Sometimes it happens right off the bat. In your 30s, I would say a good year is probably what it takes. After 35, that goes up to a year and a half, all right? By the time you're in your 40s, it takes up to 2 years. Now, this is what I'm talking natural, okay? In the natural, if you're trying naturally, that's the timeline it takes to get pregnant, okay? So a lot of people don't know that, and they get really very much upset with the process, and you know, they get impatient with the whole thing. And so that unfortunately can take them out sooner than later, especially emotionally. So the next thing I'm going to cover for you guys is ways you can prepare for pregnancy. So the first way that you can prepare for pregnancy for both you and your partner is to get testing done, okay? And that's for both you guys. Nowadays, insurance companies are more and more paying for what's called preconception testing that you can get through your OBGYN. And this does include blood work, scans, and also semen analysis. So I would for sure do this sooner than later, because Guys, you could be trying for months and then all of a sudden you'll notice something's wrong because you're not getting pregnant and not know, okay, what's happening or what you can do about it. And here it is, you wasted all this time. I mean, it's not a waste, obviously, but because it's fun trying for some people, right? And so hopefully most y'all, but yeah, you'll waste time and energy trying all this time, and then meanwhile, you know, there could be a low sperm count. There could be things that you could have been doing on your egg quality or whatever that you could have saved a lot of time. And you know, time is money, okay? Time is money. Time is precious for people, so you don't want to waste it and then be devastated to find out, oh, all along there was this problem and I didn't know about, and I could have been pregnant by now. So that's why I say definitely get tests ahead of time, sooner than later. Really important, especially, I know the men have difficulty going in and getting that semen analysis. You can do a home test, but it's better to do it with a doctor. You can go to a urologist to do that, or your gynecologist can help him with that also, okay? So the other thing you can do to prepare for pregnancy is to already act as if you're already pregnant. And you want to do things that you would typically do if you were already pregnant, and then stay away from things that you would stay away from if you were pregnant. So for instance, if you're not going to drink caffeine or alcohol or smoke or even marijuana usage, for both you guys, don't do it while you're preparing your body to be pregnant. You want to get healthy during this time. In fact, it's typically great health-wise to stay away from all those things. But caffeine affects the nervous system, and it has a chance of increasing anxiety, insomnia, and also just in general, it can increase miscarriage rates, or even just rates of you not being able to get pregnant because it stresses your body out. So just consider all those things. You want to stay between 20 to 60 milligrams a day of caffeine usage. So that would be my second tip in preparing for pregnancy. Understand too that it takes about 3 to 6 months for when you get off birth control for your body to detoxify, reset, and harmonize the hormones again. So make sure you understand that you're going to need that time frame. Sometimes it can take up to a year. So give yourself time to regulate your cycles after getting off of birth control. It really is dependent upon the birth control that you're taking. And then, like I said, just give yourself time to be able to clear your body out of it, because if you try sooner, right after you get off birth control, again, it can put you at a risk for miscarriage. And I'm sure you don't want that risk going through that. It happens so often these days. So the next thing you want to do to prepare for pregnancy is take prenatal vitamins and certain vitamin supplements, herbs that will help optimize you optimize your health in order for you to get pregnant. So I have a video I've done on this that I will leave in the description box below. But there are certain supplements that you for sure need to be on good quality prenatal vitamins. It's best to do a whole food prenatal supplements. Your partner needs to be taking stuff. Men need to take typically it's a multi, vitamin D, omega-3, B12 is really good. But there are more specifics on that, and I will leave that information about that video below, so be sure to watch that. But yeah, supplements, it takes 3 to 6 months for your body to gain the nutrition and the benefits from these supplements. So that's another way that you can prepare for pregnancy prior to you trying to get pregnant, okay? And then it also takes between 3 to 6 months of good nutrition, typically 3 months, for both you and your partner prior to trying to get pregnant. So it's important that you're at a good optimal health and well-being so that you can have a healthy pregnancy, and ultimately the health of both you and your partner is what is necessary to achieve a healthy baby. I know you guys just don't want to get pregnant. You want to have a healthy baby in the end. So doing these healthy practices with good nutrition, lifestyle changes, certain exercises. Some exercises are too much for people and others it's not so much. It really depends on where your health is, what's going on with you. So I have also a video on the best exercises that you can do for fertility. I will also link that below for you guys. Hopefully that's really helpful. The other thing I want to mention too is that the last way you can prepare for pregnancy is to do a detox. The reason why this is important, guys, is because chemicals that we're exposed to both, you know, in our home and also in our food, because a lot of times our food's contaminated. This is why I promote organic lifestyle, whole food living. They are endocrine disruptors. So you have toxins that are inside your body, and these toxins, believe it or not, guys, are passed down from generation to generation. So this is a huge issue. The reason why I believe that we have a health crisis in America along with fertility issues is because of all these toxins we're exposed to. It's just toxins, radiation, electrical magnetic frequencies, you name it. Heavy metals is a real huge issue. These toxins can also be exposed to your baby, okay? They found up to 80 different chemicals, including heavy metals, which go past the blood-brain barrier of your little baby. They found them in the umbilical cords of women that have had kids. So they tested these things, and yes, it's really important that you can get your chemical load down or your environmental load in your body down. So I have a how toxic you are worksheet that you can do. Just go ahead and email us at lifeharmonycoach@gmail.com, or you can go to my website, lifeharmonywellness.com, and just email us through there requesting this worksheet, and we will send that to you via email, okay? We would love to do that for you guys. It's a little questionnaire. You can print it out and fill it out and figure out where your toxicity lies and if you need to do a detox ahead of time. And I do a very simple detox with a lot of my patients that they can do just a few months prior to them trying. So that's the last way that you can do to prepare for pregnancy, is to do a detox. So let me go over now next the things that my patients did that successfully helped them in being able to get pregnant, okay? And the first thing that they did was I saw them embracing the process, you know? I think everyone's story is different, and the amount of length of time, the average length of time that a person comes and sees me, they've been trying for a couple years, 2 to 3 years typically, sometimes 2 to 4 years, sometimes more. The most has been, I think, 15 years a woman have been trying, making last-ditch efforts, which is good, you know. However resilient you can be, that's good, because if this is something you really want, you need to be determined and goal-oriented to do this, okay? So it's important that you can embrace and trust the process as you're doing it, all right? So the second recommendation that I give you that help my patients successfully get pregnant is to, if you need help, find an expert to help you, okay? I am an expert in the area of natural fertility. I'm a licensed acupuncturist and a certified fertility coach. So I help women with my fertility programs get pregnant naturally, okay? And many of them very, very successful in doing so naturally. I also work with them if they're going through ART, which is assisted reproductive technology. So let's say they found a fertility endocrinologist and they want someone to help them optimize their fertility as they're going through it, so their chances of all the money that they're spending on this will not be in vain, okay? And I've been very successful at that, also helping them. So whether they're coming to see me naturally or whether they're coming, you know, along with seeing a fertility endocrinologist, this stuff works, okay? It optimizes their chances of being able to get pregnant. So if you need to have help, we have great fertility programs I would love to offer to you. You can check it out on our website, lifeharmonywellness.com. Just go under coaching programs and you'll see we have an amazing discount going on right now for the new year. We would love to help you. If you're not comfortable with that too, you can go to, I always suggest both going to like a fertility endocrinologist too, especially if you have real big difficulties and a diagnosis going on. You want to do that because you can get tested and maybe you can try a Clomid trial. Maybe, you know, just get help, get the information, get help out there. Only do things that you feel comfortable doing. I'm telling you guys, this is your body, your life. You need to be comfortable doing these things, okay? But you want to embrace the process and then get help if you need it, okay? So the other thing too is having a positive mindset, guys, is huge. So huge, okay? And I see this all the time with women that come in to see me or on my fertility program that are defeated and devastated over what they've been through already. And it's very traumatic at times, especially if there's a lot of loss involved. I've had one woman who had up to 6 miscarriages before she saw me and was able to get pregnant with her 7th pregnancy. And this time it took, so having a positive mindset and being, able to de-stress and be at peace is so important as you're going through the process. And that's why I think that's one of the number one things that people compliment me on, is how encouraging I am. The tools that I use for all the life coaching, fertility coaching stuff is really helpful, but you need a good support system in order to have that positive mindset. And the other thing I wanted to mention too is when you're going to these experts, one of the things that my patients did that helped them be successful is they complied to what it is that they were being suggested to do by the experts they were going to. Now, again, it's your body, your life. You have to feel comfortable doing these things, but if you don't know that these things are helping you or you can't embrace them, research the stuff, okay? And experiment with some of the things they're suggesting, because you never know. It could be something that could help you get pregnant rather quickly, okay? And it's sometimes, a lot of times, it doesn't hurt to try. With the drugs thing, especially when you're going through prescription medicine with doctors, of course, you definitely want to research that and look at the side effects, but be your own advocate and just comply to some of these things, because the people that are the most resistant are the ones that are going to have problems getting pregnant and need to question why they're being resistant in the first place, okay? Because if you are being resistant to the process, or not really listening to what's going on internally, then you're most likely going to be blocked being able to open up for pregnancy. And the other thing, the last suggestion I want to make in this area is, if you're struggling with depression, sadness, anxiety, or grief and loss, so on and so forth, definitely get help in the area of seeing a counselor. There's some fertility counselors, fertility psychologists out there, life coaches, so on and so forth. Get help, because these negative emotions, it's really important, they can block you from being able to receive a pregnancy, all right? So it's good to have a very good support system out there, friends and family you can rely upon, things that you can talk to. I also want to mention there's this really great organization called Resolve. You can check them out online. They are a fertility support group. They have support groups all across America here, and they have a lot of resources. You don't even have to go to a support group if you're not a support group kind of person, but check them out at Resolve. Really, really great resources there, and great, the women that went to these groups, all of them got pregnant, every single one. So they are really great for you guys. All right, so the last thing I want to go over is tips and tricks that can help you get pregnant quickly, all right? So these things I have mentioned before, I've done videos on it. Again, I'll leave those resources below for you, but the first thing is to test accurately for ovulation. I did an entire video on ovulation, and there's more than one way to test for this, and there's more inexpensive ways than other ways, but and it really is reliable too. So check out that video, guys. I'll link it below. But you need to be sure you know when you are ovulating, or if you're ovulating, in fact, okay? The other thing is to be sure to, when you're trying to get pregnant, that you'll do it several times within your pregnancy window. Typically, let's say if you have a 28-day cycle, you ovulate right in the middle of day 14, you're gonna wanna try between days 10, 12, and 14, or maybe even earlier, okay? You wanna figure out when your fertility window is first, and then try every other day. Give yourselves a rest in between so the concentration can go higher. And so, yeah, do that also. I also did a video on ways you can get pregnant quickly, little tools and tips and tricks. I'll leave that also below. Lots of videos for you guys to check out below that I've done. Okay, and then the other thing I mentioned in this video is that what you want to do is to use pre-seed. Pre-seed is a tool that actually helps the pH of the vaginal area and helps to keep sperm alive longer. The other thing is soft cups. You can use soft cups after you try and keep those in for up to 12 hours afterwards. It kind of, you know, is like a cervical cap. It takes everything that is left over behind after intercourse and it shoves it up against the cervix, ready and waiting for your cervix to open with ovulation. So it's a really great tool. Works for a lot of people. I think it's the next best thing to an IUI that you can do at home. And the other thing I mentioned too is when you're trying and after you've tried, keep positive during your 2-week wait, guys. The 2-week wait can be the worst. In fact, there's an entire website dedicated to this and lots of information dedicated to the 2-week wait. In fact, I'm going to be doing a video about that. If you like that idea, please comment below that you would like the video on the 2-week wait, because it can be so gut-wrenching for a lot of people. But during that 2-week wait, I would love for you to tell yourself that you're pregnant, to be really positive during this time period. Keep yourself busy during that time with good distractions. And do not worry, fret, fear, get anxious, de-stress during this time. Really, really important, okay, guys? Yeah, so getting through the 2-week wait is such an important thing to do. And it's important to just stay zen during that time period. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy 2020. I'm hoping and praying you guys will manifest a pregnancy. Many blessings as you try. And if you, like I said, have any questions, please comment below. Subscribe to our channel and click on the notifications so you won't miss a video. Like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm with sharing my videos to a wide massive amount of people that need to see it. And yeah, if you want any more information about our fertility programs, again, you can go to our website, lifeharmonywellness.com. Also follow us on @lifeharmonywellness. All right, guys, love and blessings, and I will see you next time.